Mhm.
Nella ciencia.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. This is some nuance today. New rap. Hey, Sachi, welcome. Aman, Sachi, Madhusudan, welcome.
Nella
Hare
ciencia.
Krishna. There's some new songs today. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. You can come on, the link's in the thing. Come on, let's get some people on here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. These are all new ones.
Dame la ciencia.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Yeah, slow it down. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Here's some new ones too. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. I think there's about an hour of these songs here on. See the next one, what that is. Hare Krishna, Hare. This is Russian folk songs. You can chant Hare Krishna at anything. It works. And have fun doing it. Fun making spiritual dancing. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. In Vrindavan, Mother Yashoda and the devotees used to make up little games to remember Krishna, different things. Different songs, they singing songs to all remember Krishna and ecstasy. So we do the same thing. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Hare, Nityananda Gauranga Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda Gauranga Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Gauranga. Let's see what else they got on this one. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna. Richard. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Sorry, Richard, it's not working. I don't know why. Try again. There he is. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Nityananda Gauranga Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Nityananda Gauranga Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hey, there he is. Nityananda Gauranga. See you dance there. Or lift weights. You lift weights. There he goes. Nityananda Gauranga. We got our dancer here. Nityananda Gauranga Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda Gauranga Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Oops. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Let's read some Bhagavatam for a little bit. Okay. Let's see. Okay.
Thanks for using.
All right. Srimad Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Jai Srila Prabhupada. So this was the appearance of Sri Narada. And so we'll continue on where we were. Sort of. Oh, wait, is this the appearance? No. Appearance. Narada's instructions on the Bhagavatam. Okay, great. Here we go. Okay. All right. Okay, Narada's instructions on the Bhagavatam here. Sutta Goswami said, thus the great sage amongst the gods, Narada, comfortably seated and apparently smiling, addressed the rishi amongst the Brahmins, Vedavyas. Addressing Vedavyas, the son of Parasha, Narada inquired, are you satisfied by identifying with the body or the mind as the objects of self-realization? Are you satisfied identifying with the body or the mind as objects of self-realization? Yeah, people don't even know, most, they don't even not even thinking about self-realization, they're just thinking of the body and the mind, being controlled by, their own bodies, controlling them, or people's minds, their mind, going around, or other people's minds, have their intentions, telling you a vision on television and all that, and much less think of, at least Narada was teaching people the basics to think of the to think, to regulate the body, regulate the mind as a step in self-realization. But nowadays in Kali Yuga, it's so bad. People are just controlled by their body and controlled by the mind, and that's not enough. Then you got people's minds out there, these people a little bit crafty who've learned, it's like they get some mystic power and they get into mind control. They think, we can control other people's minds. Diabolical. What do you think television is? They're telling you a vision to control your mind. See, so the whole world is an illusion. Big illusion, man. You can't imagine how fantastic this Bhagavatam is, man. If you hear it from the right person, you can get out of this illusion, man. Because it cuts right to the chase, man. What's the problem of life? Problem of life is the body and the mind. See? Because when they telling you their thoughts, and the thoughts of let's create feelings in people by these thoughts, and let's create hatred. Let's get these people to hate people. Let's divide them and conquer. See, this body and mind stuff games. It's like these war games. This is the whole world is like this. Okay, so. Vyas was at least getting people to, okay, that's first thing is, and Prabhupada also, control your body a little bit, control your mind, meditate on you see, like this. Okay. So Vyas spends his whole life practically doing this. And he's like, is there anything more? Yeah, there is. Good news for everybody. Hey, good news for you controllers that are bored. So bored, you got to control other people's minds, and you think you're going to get some juice from that. You got some good news for everybody. Good news for you slaves out there who are out there masked up and mind controlled. Janaki knows those people well. You want to see a person freak out, man? Go in the store and tell her to put on a mask. Oh boy, will you get it. You'll see, it's like Lord Shiva personified. Mother Parvati just the tongue out. You think, boy, I shouldn't have said anything. Hey, no, take it, no problem. Yeah. Okay, so isn't that amazing? So this Bhagavatam is light for this world, man. People don't know. Where's the light? Where's the light? And people are controlled by the body and the mind and the emotions. The emotions that are caused by thoughts that are very low vibration. And it's like war games and stuff like this for children. This Maya makes you, and it's a lot of suffering, man. A lot of suffering. And the good news is, we can all get out now. This way, have nice classes, chant the holy names, and relish. You play these little fun games of Vrindavan. If you would read more from the books than always talking so much. Oh. You would appreciate, I'm just being myself, and you see, that's the thing. If you want to control me, that doesn't work. Sorry, Shamaguri, I've been there, done that. So you might have to leave if you don't like it, because I can't, I'm here to have fun. And if you don't like this, go listen to somebody that, that will do what you would like them to do. Because
it tells us to do this in all the books. You take and expand upon the slokas. Yeah. That's what a guru is supposed to do.
Yeah. Well, I'm not supposed to, for me personally, I'm just doing this for happiness. And if you're not happy about this, or you want to control the way it just won't work, I'll just have to give up thing. I just stop. If it comes down to, Gory, do it this way, this will make me more happy, then, well, hey man, I was just feeling really happy, and otherwise it becomes a killjoy thing. See, this is the thing. Why don't you come on? We want to get through this chapter and all. Yeah, this is not where I'm at, man. You can go and listen to somebody that do it. As soon as you want to control guru, man, forget it. That's the position. It doesn't work. Just like you did before. You told me, oh, can't you speak more nicely about it? I can't do it, man. I won't want it. I just want to have fun, man. That's all this is, my fun. When you talk, I understand things more clearly. I hang on every word. Yeah. So actually, Shamaguri, the good news is this is kind of purification, I think, because this happens a lot. I've been told, and it's usually when I'm really having fun, that's when the purification happens. Because then somebody will come, why didn't you do it like this? See, it's purifying. So anyway, just hang in there. We'll all get through it somehow or other. Okay. Let's see. So your inquiries were full and your studies were also well fulfilled. And there is no doubt that you have prepared a great and wonderful work, the Mahabharata, which is full of all kinds of Vedic sequences, elaborately explained. Your inquiries were full and your studies were also well fulfilled. And there is no doubt that you have prepared a great and wonderful work, the Mahabharata, which is full of Vedic sequences elaborately explained. Purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada. The despondency of Vedavyas was certainly not due to his lack of sufficient knowledge, because as a student he had fully inquired about Vedic literatures. As a result of Mahabharata is compiled with full of explanation of the Vedas. Oops. Translation. You have fully delineated the subject of impersonal Brahman as well as knowledge derived therefrom. Why should you be despondent in spite of all of this, thinking that you are undone, my dear Prabhu? Srila Vyasadeva said, all of you have said about me is perfectly correct. Despite all this, I am not pacified. I therefore question you about the root cause of my dissatisfaction. For you are a man of unlimited knowledge due to your being an offspring of one Brahma, who is self-born and without mundane father or mother. Yeah, and so that's, basically that's the process. Vedavyas is trying to figure out, okay, why is my heart unhappy? Because you're dealing in the realms of the body and the mind. The whole world is like this. This is why the elite people are going after controlling people now, controlling the world. They want to be like God because they're looking for some satisfaction. But they're looking in the realms of mind control. Yeah, but it's not there. It's not the real, that's not where the prize. That's not where the real happiness is. Or controlling the body like yogis and stuff. It's never fully satisfied. Anything to do in the realm of the body and the mind. Yeah. Nothing in that realm. Outside of the realm. Now, Narada Muni, what is his consciousness? His consciousness is in the realm of spiritual platform, the spiritual bliss, the ecstasy. See? Up in that domain. See? So to get there, that's why you need somebody there. How can even these gurus, if they're not there, how can they get you to the realm of Vrindavan where there's all this bliss and ecstasy and truth? How can they do it? They're not there. See? It's like, how can you give somebody a loaf of bread you don't have one? How can you give somebody a transcendental loaf of bread, to give them, feed them? What do you think the devotees do? They came here to feed people this bliss and give them an experience, raise their consciousness so they can experience this realm above the body and the mind. You see how beautiful this Bhagavatam is? It takes you from, illusion and where illusion is so you can get orientated. See? Oh, I see. I've been spending my whole life in the body and mind. Even Vaishnavas who have been on the Vaidhi path for 50 years or 10 years, you can ask yourself, okay, I've been trying to control the body and controlling my mind and fasting and doing this and following the rules and regulations like lines in the stone and all of this. Okay, you want to, how many more years you want to spend there? Or is anybody out there wondering, is there any other place more than this? Any other level of Krishna consciousness more than this? Just like Ramananda Roy started this conversation. See, it's always related, always saying the same thing. Okay? Oh, Lord Chaitanya says, okay, well, how should I spend my time, man? What is life about? How can I attain perfection in life? What is the highest goal? Ramananda Roy tested him to see, okay, let's see where you're at. Varnashram Dharma, control your body and your mind. Be in your duties, find your work in the world and just do that. And then you'll attain perfection. And the Lord says, is there something more than that? Something higher, something deeper? It's not enough, it's body and the mind. There must be something more. Oh, okay. I'm glad you asked. See? That's when you get delivered. See, because here is about taking you above the body and the mind. These talks are all above the body and the mind. They're the conclusive truth of Bhagavatam. See? You see, that's why I said it's all in the message. You can have a liberated guru like Moses, like Prabhupada, like Bhaktivinoda. But what are they telling you? What are they teaching you? What are they getting you to meditate on? This is why this is shiksha for these persons that want to move on from Varnashram Dharma, meditation on the body and the mind. Now you hear the real Bhagavatam. That's why, see, Janaki read the Bhagavatam 4 times or so. Now she's understanding it because she's hearing it, not hearing, the messages in Prabhupada's purports. It's a mixture. You got a little this and a little that, a little bit of the historical and Vaidhi and this. And who's going to sort it out? You can't do it unless your consciousness is in bliss and ecstasy and you know that domain. That's why to find a guru, a teacher like that is very rare. Very rare. Because so that's how. Go ahead. What? Go ahead. Oh, you're muted.
Choice because you can see the example anywhere that was given in the book of what Chaitanya brought, and by listening to you, you're able to show us the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya by being part of the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya, because we're doing, and I'm seeing people get what Lord Chaitanya brought. So there's no doubt. There's no doubt. It's here. It's right. It's right here.
Yeah, it's Guru Sadhu Shastra. The guru is the example. The guru has to show, okay, are you really an authority? This other thing is child stuff. What is this? You can't show that you're an authority? You can't demonstrate that you are empowered with the bhakti potency? So we don't even have guru or know whether we got guru or not, because we're no shows. Sorry, I can't show you that I'm really empowered with the bhakti potency. I can't show you what the Lord showed you. Fine. I'm just showing you nothing or just showing you knowledge of I'm going to show you what I've memorized. I'm show you how I juggle these shastras and talk about feminism. We're going to talk about feminism and how to give women equal rights. See, this is alloy. Yeah, I take the Bhagavatam and I alloy it. See? Yeah, and that's the comment. I like separate them out and show, well, this is reality and this is illusion. No, we mix it all, the Bhagavatam with the feminism. And why are women gurus, or should they be allowed in ISKCON? Stuff like that. Wait, here we cut to the chase, man. What, should women gurus be allowed in ISKCON? Just go right to the essence of the argument. Oh, has that lady or man realized Krishna? Does she have ecstatic devotion? Does she have intimacy with the Lord? Yes or no? No, usually no. Well, neither man or female should be guru. Simple. We don't deal with the body here. Is this a feminine body? It's all material, right? Hey, man, is your soul realized? Have you realized your soul's relationship with Krishna? Now, wouldn't that solve the problem? Do you think, could you imagine just giving this advice to these all of ISKCON so they would figure out, they're trying to figure it on the mental plane, well, should they, let's see, what argument, what debate? No, it's very simple. Yeah, has this lady or man realized Krishna? If they have, their guru. They're your leader, man, because of their worship of Bhagavad Gita 10:10, their worship of the Lord in loving ecstasy, pure love of God that's awakened and mature. See? They have the right understanding. Let me listen to them. They have the real knowledge. Let me listen to them. See, there you go. Very simple. One sentence, finished. Next issue. I can do that to all the issues of the Bhagavatam. I mean, of the ISKCON, whatever issues they got. We can solve it quickly, but they won't listen because they want to, they're on the level of the body and mind. And, oh man, is it complicated? Man, they'll have to sit and have a debate about this for months. And they still won't come to the proper conclusion. See? Because you go by, this is what you get. We're bringing people into self-realization. You realize the real self. Get you hooked up with the Lord who knows everything. And then he just shows you and you show your friends. See?
They're turning into Rome.
Turning into what?
ISKCON is turning into Rome.
Oh, yeah. All of it.
Yeah.
This is what Jesus said. If your house is not built on a firm foundation, it'll fall at these times, especially this time.
This stuff is falling.
Especially, this is all hell is breaking loose now. And unless you're really close with God, and know the full truth and are situated in it, it's going to fall. That's why you see the gurus have fallen. They're believing in all this inoculation stuff, and going out publicly and basically getting, the Lord is thinking, well, these guys are not qualified and you believe in them. This is what you get. Take you out. Okay, next. Yeah, phone is overheated. Yeah, it happens. Okay. See, you are a man of unlimited knowledge due to your being the offspring of one, Brahma, who is self-born without mundane father and mother. A lot of people think, oh, you're born of myself. No. Brahma was born of who? He was born of Krishna, his word. This is the secret. See, you were born you were born of one, of Brahma, who is self-born. See, he listened to Brahma. See, you hear, this is disciplic line. This is the Bible, chapter 1 of the book of John. See, those who heard from Jesus were born not of flesh and blood, but born of the word. See, born to become sons of God. Sons or daughters or friends or whatever your relationship is. Okay? So purport. In the material world, everyone is engrossed with the idea of identifying the body or the mind with the self. As such, all knowledge disseminated in the material world is related either with the body or with the mind. That's the problem. You got bookstores filled with all knowledge related to the body and the mind. So nobody finds full satisfaction. They stay in illusion. That's why you see when people are saved, there's a deliverer. Always, there has to be a deliverer. They deliver you to the next plane of consciousness. This is the plane of bliss, of rapture and ecstasy. Because the whole world, 99.9% of the world are still in the realm of the body and the mind. See, like Lord Krishna says simple things, so profound, so powerful. Krishna told Brahma, anything you see in this world that is devoid of a relationship with me is my illusory energy. See, devoid of relation. But actually nothing is devoid of relationship. But because people have lost that connection, they don't talk about it. They don't talk about the relationship of the world with God. They don't talk about the relationship with his shadow, with the spiritual world, spiritual God and Lucifer. What is the relationship? Even Christians, they're not clear. They think the devil is something separate from the Lord. It's like saying, hey, you're separate from your shadow. No, my shadow is connected with me. Well, indirectly. So you need knowledge. Yeah, it's dark, man. The shadow is always dark. Krishna's shadow is also dark. See? So people need to see, oh, wow. And all of a sudden, then you find peace. Then the shadow doesn't harass you. Why? Because you have knowledge. Oh, yeah, the shadow is there, but I'm in the light, man. I'm looking at the light. See, this is the whole purpose of the Bhagavatam, to show you what is conclusive truth. That's light. See, what is the shadow of the Lord? Lucifer. Who is Lucifer? What is Lucifer? Lucifer is just knowledge devoid of a relationship, or seeing the relationship between the dark and the light. There is a relationship. See? That's why devotees, they don't fall in Maya. Everything they look at in the world reminds them of the truth. The shadow reminds, just immediately, oh yeah, yes, Krishna's like that. Oh yeah, you're my friend. You're my friend. Yeah, because I got friends in Vrindavan. See? Oh, look at these people, a man, a husband and a wife, and they have children. They love their children. Yeah, that's how it is in Vrindavan. So Maya. It's all related to the spiritual. Here, it's all in all. Oh yeah, this is my son. Oh. And what about the spiritual dimension? What? No, I'm totally absorbed in this. I'm totally absorbed in the world. See, same thing. Even like Trump, Biden. People look. Oh, see, they're totally absorbed. I love Trump. He's or Biden. Oh, Biden. See, they don't see how is Biden and Trump? How are they related to the Supreme Lord? What is what is true about that? Oh, in Vrindavan there's politics too. Did you know that? There's one side against the other. Chandravali against Radharani. She's got her girlfriend. They have politics there. They're all trying to get, Krishna's attention. And they do the same thing here. There's politics here, right? And what are they trying to do? Get Krishna's attention. Well, where is Krishna down here in this world? Well, he's inside everybody. See, the politicians are rallying for what? For your attention. See, but it's not you, really. It's an illusion. They don't know it's connected to Krishna. See, everybody's fighting over Krishna even here, but they don't know it. See, Krishna's in the heart of everybody. This is illusion. It makes you stupid. It makes you lack the full truth. It makes you, do stupid things. It makes you suffer because you don't know where it's all connected to. Again, Bhagavatam teaching. So you cut right to the chase, no beating around the bush, just straight to the pot of gold. Yeah, I like that. See, I like the Amy's mentality. It's great. You put it so well the other day when you said how Luciferian Satan worshippers are worshiping the same God, but they worship the dark material form of the Lord. I never understood that. Yeah, I mean that's exactly what it is. See, and the funny thing is that darkness is a shadow of the dark Krishna Vrindavan. He's dark there. You notice in the highest realm he's dark. In the lowest realm, he's also dark. That's why people get confused. See, in the here in the world, in from the demigods down to hell, is the dark form of the Lord. See, in Vrindavan, they're also worshiping dark Krishna, but that's the original personality of Godhead. See, this is the copy here. This is the shadow. And so because, see, our nature, our truth is we're jiva. Jiva means on the edge. See, we can go this way or that way. We can be totally like for the spiritual potency or the material potency. See? Now, the Savior, the real spiritual master, if they're really qualified, if you're very lucky to find one in this life, ever, is he's promoting the spiritual potency because they're connected to that. They're empowered. They're like a rope, they're being pulled out by the Lord. They're connected with the Lord, and they're the rope in this world. You just grab on. That's all you have to do. You just grab on, you'll be pulled right in. See? Sometimes there's a bit of a tug of war, with disciples. They're trying to pull the guru down into the, no, we're here to pull you up. That's why don't, no, we're going to drag you out. Even if you're in the, I'm attached to all these, okay, we'll still drag you out. That's the whole point. There's no other rope in this world. So many people, even teachers, the body, the mind, or at best, maybe Brahman. They're into Brahman, the oneness, one love, but they still speculate. Very rare to find a Vaishnava who knows the Lord really intimately. Very rare. Hare Krishna. Okay. All right. And that is the root cause of despondency. This is not always detected, even though one may be a greatest erudite scholar in materialistic knowledge. See, yeah, it's not detected. What is the problem? Why am I dissatisfied? That's why you see in religion, the next stage is to be set free from religion. That's where you have to go into the spiritual potency. You have to learn what it is and how to enter that realm and stay there and nourish that. See? You have to make that transition from religion to that. If you're that, we can, devotees, a real devotee empowered by the Lord can transition anybody. You don't have to even been in religion. Doesn't matter, especially with Lord Chaitanya. In his, anybody comes here. If you develop faith in this preaching and you like what we're doing here, you can be didn't matter. You get an honorary degree. All these, these Vaishnavas, they're trying to work up a what do you call, qualification to enter here. They don't know that. I know that, but they don't know that. But they're working qualification to enter here. But anyone who comes, say you didn't get that qualification, didn't matter. Somehow or other, you showed up on the doorstep like an orphan, okay? And then you get the honorary, you showed up for school. Oh, good. Yeah, well, let us see. You're here. They're not here. You're here. So it does. You're going to learn. They're not until they do come here. Because here you learn. They're studying. I tell you, these teachers, these Vaishnavas, they're studying the Bhagavad. Study. Still don't know. They're not even at the point of despondency like Vedavyas. You got to be after that, you got to realize, God, I don't really understand this Bhagavad. Can I learn this from somebody? Really learn it? A lot of Vaishnavas are not. No, I know all about the Bhagavatam. I'm I studied this. See, they're satisfied still. Vedavyas wasn't. He said, because, you can't go above the material. You need help. People need help. You need the help of Shiksha Guru. They call that in the Vaishnava realm. Somebody that's on that spiritual platform, empowered. Okay, anyway. Next verse. My Lord, everything that is mysterious is known to you because you worship the Creator and Destroyer of the material world and the maintainer of the spiritual world, the original personality of Godhead, who is transcendental to the three modes of material nature. See, people lack this knowledge. They lack knowledge. That's why they're fighting. You got the demons fighting for supremacy over. They're always fighting the modes of passion and goodness, the ignorant stuff. And then the demigods, they're fighting to restore. They're fighting against the will of the Lord, basically, because the Lord sometimes wants to create something here. See? He wants to do something. And then he maintains it for a while. See, creator and maintainer of the material world, right? And then there's a time he wants to destroy it. Right now he just wants to destroy this. See? So you can get out of, if you have knowledge, you can get out of this big fight. See? And worship the original personality of Godhead, who maintains the spiritual world. So you awaken. People come here. We wake you up with real knowledge. We wake you up. Okay, now you can let go. I've had many people, they come and they have to go through letting go of the politics, letting go of fighting this person, that person, letting go of trying to restore the world. This is all basically politics of the world. I say, oh, hey, wait, by the way, the Lord he's creating, maintaining, and destroying. Right now we're in the destroying phase. Okay, so let him do his work. He's got his servants. You think those demons are not being used by God? Yeah. I mean, I worship the creator, maintainer, and destroyer. See, destroyer. Who's he going to use to destroy things? He's got to use the demons, right? So, they're in a destroy. He's activated them. They're sleeper agents. Okay, he's active. Okay, let's knock it down and build something new, a new world order. Okay? And I'll be, the new world, I'm going to be a slave. Yeah. Well, you will be if you don't get out of that. Whether you'll be a slave, whether you're acting as, that destructive element, or even the one trying to fight to restore, because you're fighting God's will. Okay? You're not understanding what's really going on. But if you come here, you learn what's really going on, see? And then you worship what? The maintainer of the spiritual world. Well, how do you become part of that? Well, you got to be awakened first. See? That's our work here. We wake you up to the truth. See? Now you become maintained by the spiritual energy. You just keep watering that and everything becomes wonderful here. After a while, even some of these persons think, I want to switch sides. What is this? I'm trying to destroy this and all this, and there's going to be all this karma and everything. I'm still going to be an illusion. And look at these guys. They're happy, worshiping the creator and maintainer and destroyer of the material worlds and the maintainer of the spiritual world, and they're being maintained spiritually. Boy, look how happy they are. Look how powerful. Look how smart they are. My God, they're better. They're more intelligent than a 33-degree Mason in their thing. That's the demon thing. These 33-degree Masons are the part of all of this destructive stuff to make the one world order and all that. The intelligence here is supreme. Because why? Is it because I am? No. Because I worship not Lucifer, the one eye. the darkness. I worship the darkness as the light. No. That ain't the light, full light. I worship all seeing. You notice we have two eyes, not one eye, right? What is this one eye thing? It's showing your stupidity already. We got two eyes, right? This is representing the absolute truth. You got to see like this. Two eyes. Okay? Two eyes. Okay? You see the spiritual potency and the material potency side by side. Now, could you imagine a 33-degree Mason does not have this knowledge? But I do. And you guys are getting it too, because we're in the line. See, this comes in disciplic line, just like their knowledge is in kind of a line too, but it's only in the one-eyed line, the 6 line, 6. 3 and 3 equals 6. That's all they got. We have 3 plus 3 plus 3. Double the power, man. The complete truth. This is what people need. Isn't that amazing? We have knowledge that they can't even understand. They can't, because they also have to come in disciplic line. They have to get purified. They have to get purged of this bullshit they believe in. They have to see that that is darkness and not light. Yeah, you got to see it. Otherwise, you think the darkness is the light and you stay with that. Oh, yeah. I got to be king and you got to be slaves. That's light. No. This is real light. No. Liberate people and you'll feel good. They'll feel good. And God will be happy. Both gods, even the dark, is like, whoa, great, man. Liberate. Another one from my grasp. Whoops. So, my Lord, I'm sorry, go ahead. You want to say something?
Well, it's, when you were talking, my father was ill for a very, very long time, and dementia and Alzheimer's. Took him decades to die. Now, when he first lost his eyesight, he changed. When he lost his physical eyesight,
yeah,
he said to me, he says, Rick, he says, I never really truly saw until I lost my physical eyes. And he totally changed. He became very spiritual and everything else. And he would just sit in a chair and he'd just have a smile on his face the whole time.
Wow.
I never seen anything. I just wanted to pop that in because it was kind of that really struck home for me.
It's like Bivamango Thakur. He poked his eyes out and then he saw Vrindavan. Yeah. Amy says, I'm hanging on that rope for dear life. Yeah. I mean, this is Srimad Bhagavatam is greatly pleasing in a society of devotees. This is our rope. It's my rope. We just share it together. We're all holding on, This is it. That's all I'm here to share with people, how to hold on to the rope, and we all hold on and we're pulled back to Godhead. The rope is the pastimes of the Lord, the name, the church we got here, the Sadhu Sangha. Even by computer, the Lord's made it so nice that we don't, we're not, even though they, you can't really fly, without, a bunch of problems and money and all that stuff. He's made it so that we can still get enlivened. You notice we're making spiritual advancement even this way, so it works. I know people, they say you can't make spiritual advancement this way, but they don't know, because I see it with my own eyes. Okay, everybody take a deep breath, because I need one. A person who is 100% engaged in the service of the Lord is the emblem of all knowledge. And that's what that we think, I got to be 100% 24 hours a day. No, not really. You can be 100% like in this moment, engaged in hearing or chanting these verses as the emblem of knowledge, because the Lord will use you. You will know. As you become like this and get purified more and more, then you start speaking, you'll see, oh, the Lord channels beautiful things through you. See, of myself, you understand what Jesus is saying. Of myself, I can do nothing. You understand all these things that saints understand. Jesus told his disciples, he said, it'll be your fault when you get the Holy Spirit. See, the Holy Spirit is what we're all about here, is awakening that inclination to glorify the Lord, the inclination to hear the truth, these truths, the highest truth, and in relationship to the illusion, all this, the pastimes of the Lord, Vrindavan, see, all of this, becoming attracted to that. That's what it's all about. Yeah, this is real. No, you become the emblem of knowledge, and then you can give your brothers and sisters something of substance. You're being used by the transcendental Lord. People don't know. Very, very few know the transcendental Lord. See, though there are few, those few are here. Many are getting to know that transcendental Lord, becoming attracted to transcendence. Such a devotee of the Lord in full perfection of devotional service is also perfect by the qualification of the personality of Godhead. Such a devotee of the Lord. So I was thinking before, such a devotee, I was going to say, such a devotee has the full protection of the Lord too. See, that's also applicable. See? So such a devotee. See, you see, that's why my students even start to give classes. See, they become 100% engaged, fully there. See, and the Lord starts working through them. See, starts chanting through them. What do you think, that ecstasy is from them? You think they could do that on their own? Are you kidding? No, it's because the Lord is there. The Lord is chanting through them, as them, showing this is me, this is me. That's true darshan. You want to see the Lord, you got to see his real devotees, because he's impressed in the temple of the devotee. His body, their body, her body. That's the Lord. That Lord, he cries a lot. That Lord, he laughs a lot. Like a little baby, laughing and crying. Smiles a lot. Very beautiful, endearing. You look at the devotees here who have the spiritual potency, they look like little children. Don't they? You ever see an innocent child? They look better than that, because the innocent child doesn't have the spiritual potency usually. They're just kind of, cute. But born again devotees, see, born again spiritual awakens, when they're absorbed in ecstasy, look very beautiful. Go ahead there. I think you're muted there. If you want to say something. No. Okay. Yeah. Take a deep breath.
We're twice born. We're twice born.
Twice born, yes. Yeah, got to have that. That's the work here.
I think I'm about a dozen born now.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're born already, you come here and we'll just nourish that bhakti. That's what the whole point. As such, the eightfold perfection mystic power constitute very little of his godly opulence. A devotee like Narada can act wonderfully by his spiritual perfection, which every individual is trying to attain. See, and Narada Muni didn't get that right away. See, a lot of people say, I got to get that in this life. He didn't have it in this life. He went through the process just like people here. He started to hear from sages, and the modes of nature started to wash off of him, and he became very attracted to the message of Godhead. See, many of you can relate to this. Wow, I really like this. And see, getting washed off. See, he did that. You're following that path. Can you believe it? You're following the path Narada Muni had. And then when he passed from this body, man, right? He got the vina, just appeared. Whoa, where'd that come from? And he chanted the holy name in ecstasy, like many of you starting to do. He felt enlivened by hearing and chanting about devotional service. See, that starts here, like he did. You're following that path. That's why I say most devotees have not started the real Bhagavatam. They're just practicing. You know, here, then you come here. Now you're starting. See, the modes of nature, hearing these very juicy topics as they are, not peppered in with Varnashram Dharma. No, we use that to distinguish. That's another path. This is this one now. This is the juicy one. Raganuga. See, Raganuga Bhakti. A devotee like Narada can act wonderfully by his spiritual perfection, which every individual is trying to attain. The people are trying to attain the spiritual perfection. That's what Vaidhi is. That's what you see in ISKCON and all these other groups, these mass Vaishnava religions. They're trying to attain perfection. See? So now, when you trying and the Lord sees you're sincere, and then you're a little bit like, oh, is there anything more? Then you meet the Shiksha Guru, and he explains the confidential truth. See, this is the good news here. Good news. Man, this is more than good. This is rare news. This is treasure. This is golden. You can't buy this news. Okay? See, then, oh, you've attained. You've washed up on the shore. All you have to do is, let me just associate with the devotees. Yeah, let me, purge a little bit. Yeah, it's going to be there. You're going to throw up and get angry. Stuff's going to come out, And, there's so many devotees now, they've been through that themselves. They can understand you. Yeah, I just got to throw, okay, yeah, get it out. Hey, you washed up. Now you've attained perfection. The Lord thinking, just stay there. Just hold on. And we'll drag you to the spiritual world now. Yeah, all you do is now you're in the position of Mars Parikshit. Oh yeah, I just sit here. I found the door. The door was the speaker, man. The qualified speaker, Shukadev Goswami. Okay? Who knew things as they are. You found that again. Okay? All you have to do is he did. Hold on. Yeah, you might do some stupid things. You might try to control Guru. You might try to make him do what you want him to do. Could you imagine doing that to Prabhupada? Prabhupada, I think you should do it another way. Wouldn't fly. Ain't gonna fly here either. It's okay. We all do. That's how we learn. How we get purified. We all. I like this breathing thing. It really helps me a lot. So Sri Narada is 10% a perfect living being, although not equal to the personality of Godhead. Next verse. Verse 7. Translation, like the sun, your goodness can travel everywhere in the three worlds, and like the air, you can penetrate the internal regions of everyone. As such, you are as good as the all-pervasive supersoul. Please there find out the deficiency in me, despite my being absorbed in transcendence under disciplinary regulations and vows. And that's the secret why Prabhupada and Bhaktivinoda wrote a lot. They knew this. They have to teach Vaidhi. They have to teach people the preliminaries. But in their heart, they want the deeper thing. They want this intimacy and closeness with the Lord. That's why they was writing for that. See, they write in this very intimate way, communing with God. And the Lord is very pleased about this writing. That's why Rupa Goswami, the same thing. They're writing and writing because they couldn't really speak to everybody. They couldn't show everybody. This is why a lot of these, now they say, they use Rupa Goswami's name. See, it was a no-show. He didn't show. Well, maybe, who knows? Maybe he showed some people. This is 550. Who really knows? Nobody really, just, doesn't know when he showed and when not and all that stuff. So anyway, that's there. And people say, well, I'm a no-shower, so I'll no-show. Or maybe that's what you need to do. Maybe he couldn't show. Depends. Or maybe he just showed amongst his intimate disciples and friends. See? So Veda Vyas was a no-shower. He was absorbed in this. He was qualified and everything. But he wasn't writing. He wasn't even writing about it. He was teaching, the rules, regulations that do with the body and the mind. Purification, and then writing about it. He says, God, is there anything more? Why am I not feeling I'm doing this work for the welfare of others? See, Narada Muni came and said, yeah, well, more elaborately discuss the confidential nature. See, that's what flies my boat. Man, I couldn't sit here and give a class about, well, here's the Bhagavatam now. Yes, follow the Varnashram Dharma system. You see, it's in there. Yeah, it's in there. Yeah, and then follow the rules, regulations, do austerities, and all that. I would be bored, silly, man. I would give up. I would never like that. I came in here for something more. People are just here to, you just ready. When are you ready to catch up to this message? That's the bottom line. So preach it. And when the people are ready, they'll come and catch up. Oh, yeah, or hopefully catch it. If not, you're on your way. You believe in Prabhupada, you believe in his books, very good. Don't worry, you'll get there. Very soon. See, and like the sun, your goodness can travel everywhere in the three worlds. And like the air, you can penetrate the internal regions of everyone. And see, it's penetration. You see this penetration. We go cut to the chase. We penetrate to the internal. We're not stopped by looking at the body, looking at the mind, No, we penetrate to the internal region of Krishna Loka there, right there in the heart. We penetrate all the way into the spiritual realm. Bring that out. Make that internal realm very deep. This Harikatha, that internal realm of conclusive truth, bring that out into the vibration, and make that reality a reality in the world, not this draconian thing. See, they're speaking out these things. We're making this a reality here because it's true, it's eternal. You become immortal this way. Penetrate the internal regions. See? Penetrate. Wake Krishna up in the heart. Now, I would say that's penetration. Huh? In the internal region. The sex act is like an external idea of penetration. See, penetrate inside, go inside. Well, spiritually, you got a spiritual body, man. That needs to be penetrated by the word. See, born of the word causes a pregnancy in people. A spiritual penetration into the heart, awakening Krishna up there. See, as good as the all-pervading supersoul, and in some ways better, because people stay dormant. They're not awakened up until they meet Guru. Some people are awakened from another life or something. They come and they get nourished. Some people get the penetration. You need the Guru to activate. See, by the word, by the opinion, by the order of the spiritual master. It activates your spiritual life. And we don't just, just activate me and to follow the rules and regulations and all that. No. We activate your spiritual body here. If you believe this message, this good news, this transcendental news, you can have your spiritual body activated. See, this opinion activates it. Chapter 12, Adi Lila. Everybody should read that today. Chapter 12, Adi Lila, you see, by the order of the spiritual master, and then in the word for word it says by the opinion of the spiritual master. See? It activates your spiritual life. See, we penetrate right to the chase, cut to the chase, not activate your Vaidhi tendency to do a bunch of rules and regulations and fastings and regulation, and so you can become a nice Brahmin. No, activate your spiritual body so you can taste this nectar. Cut right to the chase, man. You want to taste this nectar? Anybody greedy for that? That's the highest platform of devotional service, is Harikatha, to hear from devotees who taste this transcendental nectar. Hey, that's the work we do here. We don't play around, beat around the bush. No, penetrate the internal region, activate their spiritual body. So people get taste for topics of Krishna, can take shelter of topics of Krishna, the name of Krishna, chant the holy name with great ecstatic love that people can see and take shelter of. Can you imagine? You just come, this is what I say, you just come here, you've attained Krishna. Krishna's showing himself. You may not realize it right away, that's Krishna. This ecstasy is Krishna. This knowledge is Krishna. It's real knowledge. It's real understanding. You may not go, but I'll tell you, all you have to do is just sit and listen, and hang around and just really attentively listen, and you'll get that you're getting. All I'm here is to deliver Krishna. Krishna's this ecstatic love, and he's this conclusive truth. That's the Lord. And you'll start to appreciate in due course. If you're not now, just by hearing, you get, all this stuff, all that stuff out of your mind, all these things, all the cobwebs out. Whoa, my God, you're like, my God, I feel like Maharaj Parikshit sitting in front of Shukadev Goswami. Could you imagine? People can't even imagine. I feel like I'm in front of Jesus. Hey, man, if you're not feeling like you're in front of Jesus, there's two things. You're either still in Maya, or you don't have a real guru like Christ before you, because it's all same. Guru is one. No bullshit here. Hey, man, Guru is one. What does that mean? It's as it is. Guru is one. Krishna, God, is behind the real guru. Always has been, always will. They deliver you. Making sense, anybody? If not, continue to listen. Continue to hang out with us and have fun, man. We chant, have some good talks, look through binoculars. Any pretty girls out there? No?
No, it's an osprey. There's a pair of them that live around here and it's circling the house. So I'm watching out for the dogs.
Good. Yeah. So it needs to be like that. Hey, man, what do you think? See, that book, that Bible, that book, you have to be an example of one of those recipients of that mercy to be delivered. You have to find an empowered person that God is using. And they always say the same thing: of myself, I can do nothing. The Lord is using them to deliver you. And they have to be ecstatic, Holy Spirit-filled persons that are relishing the spiritual realm. No bullshit. No lie. No hypocrisy. You got to see these persons are demonstratively qualified with bhakti, real bhakti and real knowledge, deeper than anything you've seen. Anything you heard, any happy spiritual happiness that you've seen, unless the other person is also like that. See, like here, you can see we're making persons like that. You know, you see Lalita Ganga Johan, you see, look at that ecstasy. Look at that information, that understanding they have. It's different. It's strong. It's stronger than any of these gurus have. You can put the Johan or Lalita Ganga in front of any of those persons, you'll be more attracted. If you're purified, you'll think, wow, this is more interesting. This is more deep. You know? And they're all talking about, feminism and all that. This is all just like, what is this feminism, Should a woman be a guru or not? Here, my students say, well, if they got bhakti, of course they're guru. If they got real devotion that, people can have confidence in. Prabhupada said, how do you know? You should accept a guru that you don't have any doubt in. See? No doubt in. So, people don't know what is the standard of that guru. Well, if they're a real guru and a person worthy to listen to, the Lord will be using them. That means you're going to see a lot of ecstasy, a lot of happiness in chanting the holy names, and you're going to hear knowledge that is strong, substantial, powerful. See? And then you're going to see people who listen to that knowledge and they awaken, or their bhakti is nourished. There you go. Where can the doubt be? The only doubt would be your doubtful, stupid mind, not understanding the solidarity of this, how solid it is, rock solid. Okay? So nobody to date has explained what I just explained now. You won't find it anywhere, but if you've studied the books and studied philosophy, you'll understand that that's it. Practically. Okay? That's why deliverance is here. That's why people are getting delivered. Look at people getting ecstatic devotion. That shows you this is the real message of the Lord. This is the real will of the Lord. He wants people to become ecstatic devotees. And once you become one, now I see why the Lord wants me to do this. Wow, I see why he's looking for this kind of worship. Wow, makes sense to me. I can relate, Lord. Thank you. Oh, this is much better than just being a rule follower. Much better than, all that pride, and studying the Vedas and having a big head and all that stuff. I don't need a big head. I have a big head over there. Krishna's a big head. His head is so huge. It encompasses all the universes. I just tap into that when needed. Now, isn't that a better way? Why don't, who wants to carry the library around? Let the library be here. When you need to go to the library, I go to the library. It's all up there. I'm more free. This is the problem. Those still studying the Vedas, they're trying to build the library and carry it around. That's why they're like this, intellectuals, carrying that big, heavy weight of the Vedas. I don't need to carry that. Let the Lord carry that. He's got a form. He carries that. That's his job. The library is there. Just when I need it, we go tap in. Okay, I want to give Bhagavatam class. Lord, go, your turn. Let's tap in. And Radha's there. Okay, time for ecstasy. I need some of this. Just tap into that. Okay? You don't have to carry this stuff around. Let them carry it. That's their, they're the source of all that. You just tap in. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So Narada said, you have not actually broadcast the sublime and spotless glories of the personality of Godhead. Isn't that interesting? You have not broadcast. That's why you're not happy. That's why Prabhupada was happy writing. He wrote them down. That was his happiness, was the spotless glories of the Lord. And then he talked a bit about these things, and but so that's the happiness. That's why this happiness is here. We just broadcast. See, not keep. I'm not gonna. What are those spotless glories? A lot of people don't know this. I didn't know this till just this second. The Lord, see, whenever the information is available, you just go for it. What are the spotless glories of the Lord? Well, since Lord Chaitanya, he revealed even more than Bhagavatam even. Oh, yeah, reveal the spotless glories of ecstatic devotion. See, broadcast that. How do you do that? How do you broadcast the spotless glories of devotion? You know how they're doing it now that doesn't work right? The guy's writing a book about the spotless glories of devotion, writing the book and everything. He doesn't have any of this. Matter of fact, when he sees it, this is a real life experience. When this guy writes a book about it, and then he broadcasts, he gives classes in the book and everything, but he doesn't have ecstatic devotion. And then when he sees it here, he starts blah 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 blah. See, so he can't be happy. All this is just rolling in the mud. He just doesn't know what he's talking. And then he gets a bigger false ego because a lot of fools are neophytes. Let's put it like that. Neophytes. Oh, wow. You're copy pasting Rupa Goswami and giving your speculative purports on this. Wow, this is really good stuff. Oh, you're such a great devotee. And yes, I'm so smart. See, they get more, rolling in the mud more. Okay. See, this real life experience. The Lord showed, all kinds of things like this. He showed me. See, now we just read. Narada says, "Hey, you were qualified. You're qualified to give this out." So this is the order now. Give it out. Okay, you did nice. All right, you wrote Varnashram Dharma and all that stuff. Great. Now broadcast. Here's the order. Like Prabhupada said to me, when I started broadcasting this kind of ecstatic love where the tears are coming and the conclusive truths that I was realizing in these books, and the people started to get the ecstasy and purified. Prabhupada, right there, man. See, just like Narada was for Veda, hey, now, very good. Now, okay, now this has my approval. You do more of this. This is exactly what I want you to do. Broadcast this essence of truth now. Show people this ecstasy. This is the glory. This is the confidential glories of the Lord. This is what Lord Chaitanya did and got millions of people liberated into the spiritual world who accepted this kind of worship. This is the basis of Jesus's preaching, was to awaken the Holy Spirit, to talk to people enough about the glories of the kingdom of God, where they got purified by these conceptions, these clean, clear conceptions, the spotless glories of the Lord, as it is, without your experienced devotee. You have real bhakti, man. So you get real realization, real knowledge. You broadcast that. Broadcast that knowledge, broadcast that ecstasy. In other words, shove Krishna right in everybody's face. That's all I'm doing. I'm taking Krishna and pushing it right in their face. Why? Because the Lord says, push me in their face now. That's what, by the order of Prabhupada. Show them Krishna. Show them that ecstasy. Don't be a no-shower, man. A naysayer. No, tell them the truth. Naysay, no show. Then nobody gets. Good, yeah. Yeah, see, Amy likes the breathing thing. You know why? Because she gets excited, too. And I also get excited. So I'll do it now again. Whew. Does it? Then we got another second wind here. Usually I have to stop. I get so excited and out of breath, I think I got to stop. But this thing is helping me continue. If you breathe like this, you will realize God if you listen to these talks. So this is a beautiful verse. Narada said, "You have not actually broadcast the sublime and spotless glories of the personality of Godhead." People are so concerned about, I got to rub off my spots, man. I got to rub off. And there's still so many spots to rub off. You're doing it the hard way. Oh, I'm trying to get to an artha nirviti on my own strength and rubbing it off and chanting my names offensively. But I'm doing my austerities, and all this and sadhanas. And I'm trying to rub off the spots. And the more I rub off, the more that are still there. Matter of fact, they don't come off. Hey, got some good news for everybody. Hey, got some very good news, better than good. Just hear the spotless glories of the Lord. I never worry about spots anymore. Spots are here, there. I know the secret. You're going to hear the secret is hear the spotless glories of the Lord, man. See, those spotless glories of the Lord, they dissolve all sin. See, and they're transmitted by empowered persons who have the inclination to glorify the Lord. He uses them to take off your spots. You ever see a leopard without spots? That'll be you. Otherwise, you're just a leper. Look at the flesh falling. Walking Dead. Yeah, spotless glories of the Lord. You don't have to worry about being some big, everybody, these gurus, they're trying, well, I either have to hide what I am really in truth inside because it's not very good, see, or I have to appear to be like a purified, pure devotee. See, I got to look the part, dress the part, appear to be, but I'm not that yet. And here, I never preached like, what is this? No need. Just take the potency, take the gift, man, and just glorify that spotless Lord to your heart's content, and all will be well. You'll overcome the false ego. You won't be, glorying in yourself. You're glorying in the Lord. You glory in the truth, glory in the ecstasy. You're so happy just tasting God, being close to the Lord, publicly, and pushing Krishna in the face of everybody, pushing them towards everybody, just by enjoying the Lord, playing with the Lord. That's all we do here is play with God, play with these verses like kids in the sandbox. And the Lord is just bringing everybody through. You have not actually broadcast the sublime and spotless glories of the Lord. The spotless glories of the Lord are what? Conclusive. See? Not speculation. This is the thing. You're not qualified to really broadcast the spotless glories of the Lord unless you have that Bhakti Lada Bij. See, it reveals the real understanding of those spotless glories, the real knowledge of it. See, Bhagavad Gita 10:10 again and again. Why does that keep coming up, that verse? It's a special verse, isn't it? Very important. See, you stay on the level of Vaishnava religion until you hear from those who broadcast the spotless glories of the Lord, because they got this gift of the bhakti potency. Okay? So people are being given this gift here, and now they're nourishing that in sadhu sangha, alone chanting and chanting here. See? And more washes off. See, and all of a sudden you start to also want, I think I want to give a class. I think I want to share. Or I think I want to serve. There was something, something spiritual, spiritual gift. So that philosophy which does not satisfy the transcendental senses of the Lord is considered worthless. Now that is something. Can you imagine going around and just telling the world that most of what everybody is saying is not satisfying the transcendental senses of the Lord? And that it is actually worthless? But that's what it is. The Maya keeps going around in people's lives. See? Because it doesn't, we have to learn the knack of how to satisfy the transcendental senses of the Lord. See, he likes conclusive truth, and he likes ecstatic worship. See, that philosophy is conclusive truth. See, telling people some other path, like, oh yeah, you can go and worship this devotee, or you can follow, you can take initiation and shiksha from a non-liberated soul. See, that doesn't satisfy the transcendental senses of the Lord. No, Vedavyas was empowered. He was under the transcendental potency. He realized. Now, give that confidential truth out to the world. It's the desire of the Lord that people hear it from you because you're qualified. See, we're making people qualified by you coming here. You're getting purified so that you can satisfy the transcendental sense of the Lord. How will you know? You'll become supremely blissful, ecstatic, clear, logical, convincing to the convincible. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada. The eternal relation of an individual soul with the Supreme Personality of Godhead is constitutionally one of being eternal servitor of the eternal Master. The eternal relation of an individual soul. Can you imagine? That's the confidential truth. The eternal relation. That is what people need to know. If you're teaching some other philosophy, it's to the Lord thinking, it's worthless, really. It's not really very valuable. See? So you got to have your relationship awakened with that transcendental Lord and be empowered. And then you teach others, let me teach you about your relationship with the Lord. Matter of fact, let me show you what that relationship looks like. Otherwise, you don't know. If you don't like this relationship with the Lord, that this relationship between the soul, your soul, my soul, with the Lord is transcendental. And if it's transcendentally manifest in one's life, you're going to see a lot of ecstasy. You're going to see tears and laughter and all these things. Otherwise, are you teaching this? If you don't like this, if you don't associate with devotees who have their eternal relationship with God, see, this is why those few that are coming here, look how fast they advance. Because you're hearing from a person that you can see with your own eyes that this person and your own ears, this person is in their relationship with this transcendental Lord. Okay. So, and then you see doubly think, it's in the book and it's in the sadhus out here that are being awakened because they're listening and look at their ecstasy. They're also getting it. They're becoming awakened and nurtured. They're becoming blissful. They're living on the spiritual platform, even here in this world. Yeah, these purports are fantastic. This is in the first canto. It's amazing. The Lord has the eternal relation of the individual soul with the Supreme Personality of Godhead is constitutionally of one of being the eternal servitor an eternal master. See? If you're getting any knowledge in this world that doesn't teach that by example and by glorifying that eternal relationship to the absolute truth, oh boy, are you on a slow path? Oh, is it going to be many lifetimes for you? Or are you here? This is why even the gurus say, oh, you're going to have to many lifetimes before you'll get it, because they're not showing it. They're not showing that, oh, you know how we're like children. You know, we got to learn by examples. You know, are you in your eternal relationship with God or what? If you are, well, let's see it. Let's see this ecstatic happiness. Let's see these tears and this holy laughter. Let's hear the knowledge that comes from that. Let's see and hear how your example of your own life is different than the example of even these gurus and many teachers out there. Hey, you see or hear Tony Robbins teaching this? See, I believe in this book, but not just blindly. I experience that this is more important than going to any of these teachers, even the most charismatic of them, and go and learn how to make a bunch of money, how to become a Toastmaster, a really good speaker. That comes all along with it. You know, how to be a good speaker happens automatically. You become the best speaker because the Lord speaks through you. How can anybody top that? If you're on your own, well, I'm going to be a speaker here. You're identifying with the body as a self. Yeah, I'm going to study these things and then put it all in my mind, and then I'm going to spit it out like a teleprompter. I'm looking at the blah, 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 blah. Nothing like spontaneous speech, man, that comes from worship in bliss and ecstasy. Deep information and knowledge. Oh. Let me show you your relationship with the Lord. In fact, let me show you what that relationship looks like. I love that. Yeah, see? Special gal, that Amy. The Lord has expanded himself as living beings in order to accept loving service from them. The Lord has expanded himself as living beings. See how this is truth, man. See, this is why people, there's a level of confusion and liberation. They think, oh, well, I'm so one with God. Maybe I'm God. See, that's not really conclusive enough. That's not really clear enough. The Lord has expanded himself as living beings to accept service. See, we're just a piece of the Lord, eternally part and parcel, separate. Oh, no separation. I see people, no, I'm not into separation. I'm only into, I want to be one. I just want to stay in the womb of God and be God and all that. I'm sorry, man. You're eternally separated. But the good news is that's good. That's wonderful. Because if you know this, you have this knowledge. Now you can learn the knack of communing and feel and taste this transcendental bliss. It's like you can feast and feast and feast and feast and never come to an end. Like people try to feast and feast here and get a big bellyache and end up becoming burnt out and addicted to food even. Oh, food addiction, alcohol addiction, drug addiction. See, because you can't really feast here without karma. But our transcendental Lord, look at this, 4.5 hours today, and they're back for more. As long as I keep breathing and stay in one place. This thing I was moving around and I said, what is this? I feel like I'm I gotta go here and there. It takes hours to drive. Then I have to set up and all, find a place and all this stuff. I just thank God the Lord. I said, Lord, give me a place I can stay so I can do my classes. What is this? 4.5 hours? That ain't enough. Yeah, I want to feast more. Yeah, this is like a mine. You go in a gold mine, you're taking all this gold. You want more gold, you become greedy. It's like these people that they want more gold, physical gold, but that's Then they die. They can't. You got all those bags of gold and silver. You can't take it with you. But man, everything I collect here stays with me forever. And then more comes. It's like we're, in the treasure vault, and you're playing with the gold. This is what throwing it all over the place. Hey, take some gold, man. Hey, take some gold. Take some clarity. Take some knowledge, truth. As it is truth, man. Let's get rid of some illusions, man. Get more free. Yeah, more freewheeling. There is no such thing as overindulging in Krishna. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes the body might get a little tired, you just gotta, and then you rest up and then back for more. See, it's ever fresh. It's wonderful. I love it, man. You know how many times I've read this first chapter of Bhagavatam? How come I'm not bored now? How come this is new stuff, always ever fresh? Yeah, it's amazing. How do you do that, Krishna? Ah. Such a scholar as Vyasadeva. Oh, wait. The Lord has expanded himself as living beings in order to accept loving service from them. People don't know this. This is why you see how important Bhagavatam is. These simple things they don't know. What can you imagine what happens when you do know this? Oh, you mean God has expanded himself as living beings? In my nature, even though I'm one with God, and in a sense, a piece of the Lord, my nature is to serve that Lord, that I'm eternally separate from the Lord and joined with him for tasting these mellows. Wow, I never knew that. And you know what? You go to those gurus or teachers who are not in that, they can't show you that, or they don't show you that if they do have it. Well, you won't know it until you are shown. You got to see the example of that relationship. You got to see a devotee involved like that. You got to see how that is real. See? You have to see, oh, that is the goal of life. To know that you are a spirit soul and that the transcendental Lord is your Lord, and know how to commune with them. And then if you're a guru, a teacher of in this world, you want to show the living entities how to live in this life. This is real life, man. This isn't life in this world. This is the movie. This is the zombie apocalypse here in this world. Everybody is more or less a zombie in this world. Because you're in the modes of nature. You're not alive yet. You're not awakened until you can know that, oh, I'm a spirit soul and I'm in relationship with God. See, and I'm here to taste that nectar of that relationship. And if you're tasting that relationship, and then you're here to teach others, you have to show them. This is what it is. This is what's available. You want to go here? You want to take this one-way trip into the spiritual world? Because when you get a taste for this, you'll never want to go back. A strong taste. It's a one-way trip. That's why Krishna makes sure that, you really want this. And if you don't, maybe you get he'll show you a little something and then throw you back out into the pile of fishes out there. Such a scholar as Vedavyas has completed many expansions of the Vedic literatures, ending with Vedanta philosophy. But none of them have been written directly glorifying the personality of Godhead. This is, see, not directly glorifying. See, what is direct glorification of the personality of Godhead? Who he is, conclusive, confidential. Bhakti is confidential. See, let's hear about it. Hear about it. Let's see that confidential thing. See, that made Veda Vyas happy. That made Prabhupada happy writing about it. That made Bhakti, they were writing about it. They didn't necessarily go right out and teach it. See, I'm happy teaching it, talking it, showing it. This is where deliverance is. See, showing Krishna. He's conclusive truth. Satchidananda. See, Satchidananda worship. The soul worshiping Chit, real understanding, real knowledge that comes from this transcendental Ananda. See, the soul worshiping that in the world, showing, this is the door. Listen to this, see this, listen to this, see this. That's going in the door. You see a soul that is connected like that. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Satchidananda. See, Father is the conclusive understanding. Ananda is the Holy Spirit of devotion. Radha. See, and a soul is the girlfriend or the friend or the maintainer. Well, anyway, say girlfriend because that's our line. The beloved. See, beloved, I love this Ananda, man. I love this truth about the Lord. Oh, yeah. See, and let us bring people into this relationship. Okay, we'll stop here. Time for lunch. Physical lunch. Got to move around a little bit, do some prescribed duties. Otherwise, I'll just sit here and get too fat. Got to move around a little bit. Lift some weights or something. I got to get some weight. I got to get a trailer for weights or something. Boxing. Shadow box. Yeah, look at this gym. He's got everything there, man. Okay, thank you. Thank you, all you good sports. Thank you for hanging in there, Shamaguri. I know it's maybe a bit tough on you. That's part of intimacy, toughness. You were tough on me today. I was a little tough on you. Okay, Hare Krishna. See you later, huh?